Hashirama Senju is one of my favorite characters in Naruto anime, but he's also incredibly interesting. First Hokage is covered in a lot of secrets and mysteries that have never been revealed, like who were Hashirama's children, where did such incredible strength come from, and etc. But the biggest mystery is the death of the shinobi god. Hashirama Senju died behind the scenes in the story, which is incredibly strange, and therefore many people, including myself, still wonder what Hokage's death looked like. If the former died in combat, who was he fighting? Or did Hashirama die in his own death, quietly and peacefully? There are essentially a huge number of options, but today I will try to get the bottom of the truth. What if it was Jigen with the power of Otsutsuki and Karma who attacked and killed Hashirama? Doesn't that sound interesting? Hello everyone, this is Lucas. Before we start, I'm asking all of you to like the video and write the comments, because YouTube is not very stable and many viewers are down. So do a little activity, also be sure to click on the bell. And don't forget about Easter eggs in the video. Enjoy watching it. What is the surprise of one person's death in a shinobi world where others die all the time? A good question. Hashirama Senju is one of the most powerful shinobi of his time and in general, and his potential allows him to become literally the strongest being. His incredibly strong body, which is chased to this day, huge reserves of chakra, med endurance and regeneration, and of course, the unique Makoto, the 3 elemental, the strongest improved gene whose abilities literally come from the Ju, the divine tree itself. Hashirama Senju's ability to fight with the Shinobi no Kami, which translates to Shinobi God, is akin to being a moronic human being at first sight. The most amazing thing is that with such power, Hashirama was one of the kindest people who only wanted world peace. In his time, no one, absolutely no one, could even compete with the god Senju, even the greatest Madara Uchiha, who was at that time possessed with VVS, the mighty Susanoo, and the subordinate Kurama, could not defeat Hashirama, who fought him not seriously and only at the very end of the battle decided to kill him. That's how strong Hashirama was, so one wonders who could kill such a unique shinobi. During the 4th MIA, Kabuto stated that no one had even been able to compare to Hashirama's strength, and people even started to think that the strength of the first Hokage was just like Flake the legend of the 6th Path Sage. Kakazu was the one who was supposed to kill Hashirama. The sad truth is that the opposite is true. Kakazu was ordered to kill the first Hokage and was brutally defeated, as one of the other shinobi would have killed his killer, but not Hashirama, who simply let the unkillable monster go. The Hashirama family is also thought to have been killed by Hashirama's own regeneration, as Shizune claimed that the cell division is not infinite and this shrinks Hashirama's life. Due to the endless battles he had to endure in order to regenerate, and due to the endless battles against Uchiha and other clans such as Hagoromo's sibling clan, and he had to endure, he was forced to use the regeneration over and over and again. The theory has a point, but one databook states that the true cause of Hashirama's death, going back about 60 years, a shinobi with exceptional strength gathered many other ninja around him and founded a new village. These shinobi were first Hokage, the founder of Konohagakure. At this time, however, the world was at war. The village began to flourish, but at that very time, first Hokage died. Everything is clear with the last sentence. The author clearly pointed out Hashirama's death by saying that he fell in battle. But the truth is that during that season 1st of Naruto, Hashirama's history and strength was not developed the way it was in the Shippuden, and so it's hard to believe that anyone could defeat the first. However, this is the only official data we have, and above all, this is what the universe creator himself pointed out. So someone did kill Hashirama, but who? The version is that all Kages united and defeated the first Hokage together is bluntly discarded, because Hashirama single-handedly defeated all Biju and gave them all away with the other villages, and I find it hard to believe that such a person could have fallen to another shinobi. Also, the information about Tobirama gives us bits and pieces information about his brother's death. Hashirama passed on the title of Hokage to his brother in the last moments of his life. Apparently, someone so incredibly strong was involved in the first shinobi world war that even 2 incredibly strong brothers could not cope, and one of them died. Given that, the version that Kage defeated Hashirama and Tobirama certainly falls away, but then who did? I think you can guess it yourself. Jigen or Ishishiki in the body of a monk, or incredibly strong and resilient Otsutsuki who has lived on earth for even 1,000 years, more than Black Zetsu. Jigen was aware of all events and saw everything that happened. wars, villages, and etc. I'm clearly convinced that Jigen has not sat idle for all these 1000 years. Obviously, he was trying to do something. Of course, Kara appeared relatively not too long ago when he found Amado, a genius scientist. But also, until that very moment, what was his goal? Don't forget that one of Jigen's main goals was to find a good vessel, and 1000 years later it was Kawaki. But I'm sure that previously hidden Otsutsuki was also trying to get a strong body. Starting with Ashura and Indra descendants and their reincarnates, Jigen could have attacked them. I think Jigen may have been looking for Hashirama's body in order to put karma on it and be reborn, but you must agree that Hashirama's body is incredibly strong and he can't do that easily. In addition, as we have seen from Boruto, Hashirama's cells are still very relevant, and even now the whole world is after it. In episode 158, there was a member of Kara assigned to the search of Hashirama's cells. The head of the group is inseparable from the original Hashirama cell, but the head is only one small remnant of the original Hashirama cell, similar to the ones used to repair Naruto's hand. The only thing they are good for is in fact that they are a very little use of him. The only interesting thing is that the fact you remember Urashiki was the only one who was able to use it. If you remember, Urashiki had a device, or rather a turtle, that allowed him to travel through time. So the last time he saw this turtle, Sasuke and Boruto told this robot turtle that he was free to go wherever he wanted. So what if Kara found this turtle and was the perfect opportunity for Ishishiki to take the original Kages? In example, Hashirama himself from the past. Naturally, he thought of everything so as not to affect the future, since he still needs the vessel. So Ishishiki kills Hashirama and takes his body with him. As you can see, no one was stronger than Hashirama at the time, even when united, and the powerful Otsutsuki from the future defeats him, thus taking him with him. That's why no one knows where Hashirama went. That's why nobody knows where Hashirama is, because if you think about it, he's not that stupid to leave the shinobi world unattended, especially after the incident with Madara. The idea that he died of old age without even growing old and having the most powerful regeneration is stupid. The idea that he died and before he even got old, and that's the most powerful regeneration ability of any of them, is also stupid. But if you look at the 158 series, you can't make a device out of it. Again, if you watch Boruto's 158th episode, it's very clear that Kara did not yet have the regeneration powers at that point. And according to Victor, Kara's member, he was talking about the former cells and how it would have allowed person to regenerate limbs and even brain, the case of Boro in the manga. He also seems to be the strongest of the planet, and he's also the only survivor of Hakuza, being Hang Han, even though he's not enough of a Hakuza in the past. He's also shown a bit of a jerk when he's being partially resurrected, though one wonders why Hashirama did not say anything about how he died at the time. The latter is more likely to have had in the memory raised by Ishishiki at the end of the battle while Hashirama was almost defeated, as he knew he would be resurrected soon. Either Hashirama thought he just lost to another strong shinobi and everyone knew it in the World War IV, he did not even think about it because it wasn't important to him. He concentrated on the war. In general, Hashirama is rather frivolous person and therefore probably didn't give a damn. Maybe without even teleporting back in time, Jigen killed Hashirama because he wanted to put karma on him to be stopped. I didn't think it work out in the end. Of course, there's no proof about that, but I still personally believe it, because I cannot accept the fact that Otsutsuki has been sitting for 1000 years without doing anything, and Hashirama died in fight with nobody knows who. So there's definitely a catch. Kishimoto introduced an incredibly strong hero and killed him off screen, so fans wouldn't be so angry that Hashirama was leaked. But now, Jigen showed up and found out that he was on the ground the whole time. You can build up not a bad kind of a plot. Anyways, I guess that's it for today. What do you think about Hashirama's death? Could Jigen have killed him? Interesting to hear your opinions. Don't forget to be active under the video, because now it's very important. You can also get a sponsorship on the channel, which will of course help me. Thanks for watching and good luck everyone.